Welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll start the process of installing Google Drive on your machine and learning to use it locally. First thing you should do is log into your Google Drive account so you can see that I've already done that. And if you've done this process in the past, you might remember that the link to download Drive to your local machine used to be over here, used to be over on the left. But they've moved that. It's now in the gear. You click and select Download Drive. It'll bring you to this page, and if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a button to download. Now this should read your machine and give you the appropriate link, whether it be a PC or a Mac. So I would click that. It's going to ask me to accept their terms of service and to install. And it's going to ask me to download it. Now you can see that I've actually already downloaded a previous copy, so maybe let me just delete that so it doesn't get in the way. Save the file. Once that file is downloaded, you can click on it to run it and go through a normal install. You're going to say yes, so you accept it. It's going to install on your machine. And I'm going to pause the video now. This may take a couple of minutes and there's no sense in us waiting. There we go. So after a short time it will complete and you can close the confirmation window. Now you may get a pop-up window asking you to log in. I've installed and uninstalled and moved things around a couple of times, so I may not see it. But if you don't see it, you can always search for the application. Should appear there. And once it pops up, it's going to ask for your email address. So whether that does it on its own or whether you have to go, searching it out and opening it, either way, you're going to give it your email address. This is another account I'm using. And then you're going to give it your password. Excuse me. And sign in. It'll walk you through a couple of windows explaining to you how to use it, or basically things that you can do with it. And at that point, if you've done this previously, it's going to tell me that it's going to merge the files together. So if I had multiple accounts on this machine and I wanted them separated, at that point I would have to do some tricks about creating new folders and directing them to the appropriate folders. But you should not see that problem. You should just be able to set it up the first time and it should be good to go. Okay, now it's showing me the contents of my drive. You can see some of these arrows here look like they're going in two directions, so it's going to sync those up, and it may take a minute because there's a number of files in there. I'll close that in the meantime. You can see that I have a nice new folder with Google Drive icon on my desktop. If I open that up, it's going to point me at my folders. I'll continue syncing. Okay, now all my icons have the check mark, means everything's synced up, everything's good to go. So if I create a new file now, I'll just go, let's see, I'll do this simply. I'll open up a program called Notepad, a very simple word editor. And when I save it, I'll pick Google Drive. I'll make sure it makes it into that location. Oh, let me give it a name. And there it is. It's in my Google Drive. If I log in on the internet, a couple of tabs here, let me speed things up a little bit. switch over that account. And there it is, test.txt. Okay, so you can see that that now is syncing between my desktop and the cloud. And all I have to do at this point is to make sure that all my files get into this folder right here in my quick access bar. And that's all there is to it. Give it a try.